Well, now I'm going to discuss about sorting the numbers where the digits are 2 or more than 2. When these are 2 or more than 2, it is not going to work with the small sort, means the sort method which we are using previously. For that, we use a function with the sort. First of all, you have to use the dot sort, and you have to use a function, and you have to pass the two arguments in it, a comma b, and you have to use the return statement. And in the return statement you have to use a minus b, and you have to save it, and you just use the F5. It is going to give you everything in the ascending order. Just have a look at here. We have 21, 30, 49, 51, 83, and 100. Why it is giving like this? Because we have used the function a comma b. It is returning a minus b. See, you may ask me why it is not giving the differences between a and b. Yes, it is giving the differences. It is giving the differences a minus b. When the difference is in the negative format, when a minus b is negative, this sort what we have, it is going to swipe up the two elements. Just like here we have 30 and we have 21. These both are put into a comma b, inserted into a comma b, then it is going to return the a minus b. Here 30 minus 21 is 9. We have the positive answer. Because it is positive, this sort is going to swipe up the both the value. It is going to swipe up 21 and 30. Therefore we have 21 and 30 as a starting. And next we have 30 here. It is going to swipe up both of them. We have 30 and we have 83. 30 minus 83 is negative number. Therefore it is giving leaving as it is. Next we have 83 and 100. When we take the difference between 83 and 100, it is going to, we are going to get a negative number. Therefore it is leaving as it is. Next it is checking 151. When it takes the difference, actually we are going to get a positive value because 100 is greater than 51. Therefore it is going to make a swipe up. It is going to swipe up 51 and 100 here. And next we have 49. Next it is going to swipe up 149. Because 100 is greater than 49, it is going to swipe up. We have 49 here, we have 100 here. Next it is going to recheck it. First of all we have got 21 here, 30 here. That's fine. But here we got 83, here we have 51, here we have 49. And this 49 is to be transferred here. Then also it checks 83 and 51. 83 is greater than 51, it swipes. Next we have 51, 83 and 49 here. It checks 83 and 49. And when 83 and 49 we are going to get a positive number, then next it is going to swipe up here. We are going to get 49 here and 83 here, 100 here. This is how we go with it. To find the maximum number, this whole thing, you have to use these all things. Next you have to use a separate thing. For example, you have to use a console.log for the purpose of output. Next you have to use x of x dot length. When I use x dot length, I'm going to get the whole length. See, when I'm using x dot length, it is going to count total number of elements present in it. Means this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. We have totally 6 elements, means 6 elements. When we use 6 minus 1, we are going to get a 5. We are going to get a 5. X is already sorted, means x has already values in ascending order, means it has the values from smallest to the biggest. We have biggest 100. Just take a look at here. Using the index, we have this as a first index, means this is 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index, this is the third index, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth index. When I just call x dot length, it is going to give me 6 because total elements are 6. When I use 6 minus 1, I am going to get 5. When I use x of 5, as you know, this is the fifth element, x of 5 is 100. When I just use the F5, it is going to give me 100. As you can have a look at here, it is going to give me the 100. And this is how we go with the maximum number. Also, there is an inbuilt math method through which you can able to find the maximum number. Here we have console.log, and you have to use math. you have to use math, and next you have to use dot max, and you have to use apply, which is a syntax for it, and you have to use null, which is a function pass it through it. Sorry, you have to use it like this. We have to use a null, and you have to pass the array. We have x as an array. When I just run the program s, it is going to give us the value 100. As you can have a look at here, it is going to give us the value 100. You have to use null here because it is going to take two arguments. First one must be null, and this is how we go with the maximum number, and this is how we go with it. Next we have for each method. Using for each, we can able to pass every argument into that function, and we come up with an value. For example, here we have an array, and next I use a blank text. Well, let text equal to some blank value, and next I use x dot for each. When I use for each, I have to use a function. I use a random function like add, and I have defined the function add. Here I use function add, and we have to use value here. Next we have to use the index here, and next we have to use that array x, and array x we have to use here. Next I am using the text equal to text plus equal to value. When I use text plus equal to value, and I just run the program, it has to give us the value. Let's see. Well, as you can have a look at here, we have 30, 21, 83, 100, 51, 49 in the array, and we have same thing here, and this txt added it consecutively, therefore we are getting this. And for example, I will explain it. We have let x equal to this all array, and I have declared a variable txt, which is a string, and I'm using x dot for each. Means for each element it is going to work, and we have to use a function, and I'm using add function here. Therefore I'm using a function add. I'm passing three values: value, index, and x. These are inbuilt function, the inbuilt arguments which are present in the JavaScript. And when I use value and index and I use array, it is going to access those all values with respect to the index. When I use this, and here I have to use text plus, whenever this function runs, here for each means it is going to run for each element. When I use text plus value, values are this is the 30. This is going to add with the text. Next we have it run for 21. 21 is going to add. Next we have 33, 83, it is going to be added. 100 is going to be added. 51 is going to be added. Next 49 is going to be added, and this is how we go with this thing. Now I am going to add break here, and I just save it. Wait a minute, I'm using it in the Node.js. I don't have to use any of the breaks. I have to use by n for the purpose of it. When I use just thing, as you can have a look at here, we have line break. We have successfully accessed every element using this for each, and this is how we go with for each. Well, now I'm going to discuss about array.map. What is array.map? In the array.map, it is going to create a new array with respect to the old array. Here I'm not using any of the complicated array here. I'm using a simple 1 2 3 4 5, and I just save it. Here I'm using array.map. I'm creating a new variable y, and I'm using x.map, and I'm using the function multiply, and I just create a new function, and in the function I'm using the mul, and in the mul I'm passing the variable v, and as you can have a look at here, I'm returning v into 2. As you can have a look at here, I am using v into 2. When I just use console dot log, and here I use y, it is returning me the whole array which is multiplied with each element of this. Means here I am using 2 into 2, means first it is going to multiply 1 into 2, we are going to get 2, 2 into 2 we are going to get 4, 3 into 2 we are going to get the 6, 4 into 2 we are going to get 8, and 5 into 2 we are going to get 10. And we have created a successfully, we have created a new array uh, which which are the multiples of 2 with respect to the x. And here we have the thing, and here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and this is how we go with the array dot map. Next we have filter. In the filter, instead of this we have to use filter here, and in the return statement, what filter is going to do? Filter is going to filter out some of the elements from the given array. When I just use v here, v must be greater than 3. When I use v must be greater than 3, I just run the program. It is considering those elements as new array elements whose value is greater than 3. Means it is going to consider 4, 5 as the new elements of y. As you can have a look at here, it is going to consider the new array element y, which is a new array. It has a value x dot filter of mul. In the mul we have passed v, and it is going to consider everything. It is going to pass 1. Is 1 is greater than 3? No, it is false. It is not going to consider 1. Next it is going to pass 2. 2 is greater than 3? No, it is false. It is not going to consider that. 3 is greater than 3, it is false. Next it is going to pass 4. 4 is greater than 3, yes, it is true. It is going to consider 4 as the element of it. Next it passes the 5. 5 greater than 3, yes, it is true. It is going to consider it as a new element. And this is how we successfully create a new array using the filter. Next we have reduce. Whenever we use any reduce, we are going to get, well, now I am going to discuss about the reduce method. Well, whenever we use reduce method, it is going to add or subtract or do whatever operation. It will just give a single value for that. For example, here I am using x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am using x dot reduce of mul. Means I am using I am passing the function mul, and I am creating a function mul, and I am passing the value total and x. And here these don't have any values. X and total don't have any values, because we have it is going to consider only one argument at a one time. Therefore 1 is passed through the value. Next we have total and x, which are passed with a 0 value. Next we have the total as 0, we have value as 1, and we are with the 1 value. Next we have the 2, and 2 is passed through it. We have already value of 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Next 3 is considered. 3 plus 3 is 6. Next 6 is considered. 6 plus 4 is 10. Next 10 is considered. 10 plus 5 is 15, and we are going to get the 15 value. This is how we use the x dot reduce. And x dot reduce right is also same as like this. It is going to consider everything from left to right. Well, reduce right is considering from right to left, and this is how we go with reduce right. Next we have reduce every. In the every method, it is going to check whether it is going to give us in the boolean format, in which it is going to check the values, whether value is greater than 5 or not. It is going to check. If it is true, it is going to give us the value as false. No values here are greater than 5. Everything is equal to 5 or less than 5. Therefore it is returning us the false value. When I use 3 here, it is going to check every element of the array. If the element of the array are greater than 3, then it is going to give us true value. Well, I just save it. I just run the program. Well, why it is giving us a false value? It is giving us a false value because it is checking every element. Yes, it is checking every element. Here 1 and 2 are not greater than 3. If I use 0 here, it is going to give us the true value. As you can have a look at here, it is going to give us the true value because every element here are greater than 0. For every value, it is every value. For some value, when I just check for some value, then also it is going to give us 3 true. When I use 4 and I just save it, when I just reload the site, it is going to give us true value. Why it is giving the true value? Because it is checking for only some of the element, not every element. And this is how we use array dot sum and array dot every. Next we have the index of. Yes, we can also find the element using the index of. For example, here I am using the console.log, and here I am using x dot index of. I want the index of 4. I just save it and I just reload the whole site. As you can have a look at here, when I use the index of 4, it is going to give us 3 because this is considered as 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And this is how we go with index of. When I use the last index of, means it is going to execute the function from left. It is going to consider from left to right. When I use index of, it is going to consider from right to left when I use last index of. When I use last index of and I just use 4 here, well, it is going to give us the value as 3 because we have this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. When I use index of here and I just say a 5, it is going to give us the value 2. Wait a minute, here you have the value 2, and this is how we go with index of and last index of. And next we have includes. It will check whether the element is present at there or not. When I use includes and just say it is going to give us true or false value, it is going to give us a true value because 4 is already present in the given array. And this is how we go with dot includes. And next it is going to use the find index of or find. When I use find, it is going to give a set of array. Means when I have to use function here instead of the numbers. Here I am using the mul, and I am creating a function with the mul, and I am passing a return statement in which it is going to check every value. Here I am using a v, and it is going to check every value here. The values which are greater than 2, it has to create a new array. Console.log, already we have written that. And I just say and I just run the program, it is going to create a new array which are greater than 4. Here greater than 4, 2 are 4, therefore it is returning that. Well, it is going to return me the first element which is going to pass this test. Well, it checks for 1. Is 1 is greater than 2? No, it is false. It is not going to be executed. Is 2 is greater than 2? No, it is false. Coming to the 4. 4 is greater than 2. Yes, it is true. Therefore, it is going to return us that element. Here I have to use that. And I just use F5. As you can have a look at here, it is going to give us a 4 because 4 is greater than 2 and it is the first element to pass that test. And this is how we go with the find method. And next we have find index. When I use find index of, it is going to return the index of that element which passes the test. Here 4 has passed the text successfully, and it is going to return me the index of that element, which is 2. Yes, this is the first, this is 0th, this is first, and this is second, and it is going to return me the index 2 because it is going to find the index. And this is how we go with the array methods. Next, at last we have two methods, which is array from and array dot keys. Well, when we use array dot form, it is used to convert a string into an array. For example, here I am using variable x equal to, or I just directly use console.log. In the console.log, I have to mention. In the console.log, I have to mention an thing in which I am going to convert thing like x dot form. Well, do subscribe our channel for regular updates. Thank you.